What's going on, everybody? Doc and Sloth, we're back. Got some more Rocket League doubles action. We're going to talk about Season 6, the super awesome Season 5 rewards we're going to get, some of the update news, and then cover Week 1 of RLCS, which is pretty groovy. Pretty groovy. Sloth, resident, RLCS expert, broadcaster, news source, and almost goal scoring extraordinaire. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm drunk, folks.
It's okay. None of those things were true. So I watched some RLCS. That's the most we're getting out of that. We saw league play first week, NA and Europe, and honestly, I thought NA was pretty, I think, predictable in the way that it kind of all went down. We didn't really see any surprises, I don't think, from most pundits and most people that follow the pro scene pretty closely. I think the closest thing to kind of some upsets that I would say happened is Renegades going down. But to be honest, they played against G2 and NRG, which G2 and NRG are probably going to be favored in most matchups, most weeks. So, but that's the kind of the closest thing to kind of an upset, I think, that sort of happened in NA. So that was kind of straightforward. Europe, however, was a different story. Europe, I was actually looking at this, and I think I talked to you, Doc, that day. I was like, I don't think a team that was favored has won a game yet. It was just really strange. Method continues to surprise people, as they did in the Universal Open. They're continuing that on with their 3v3 magic. They actually took out Aeriality, and they actually took down Team Envy. They took down the reigning champs, which is very surprising. We know that their team play and their defense is really good, but I mean, to take out Devo and them in 3 games, I mean, they swept them. So it was not even really close. So that was actually really surprising for me to see. But we had Frontline. Frontline had, I would say, arguably the most difficult first week of the season. They had to go up against Gale Force and Mocket, and they won both series. They took both series to Game 5. They took them, and I think one of them actually went to overtime in Game 5. But they took both series to Game 5, and they won both of them. So Frontline is a team that I think we're going to see a huge rise in popularity. They're the leftovers this year. They're the team that kind of is coming out of nowhere. Everybody knows that the players for them are good, but just have not expected this amount of success from them. Bluey is always nasty. He's I think 15. I think he's finally old enough to play in the RLCS, but people know what to expect from him for the most part, just from seeing him in various tournaments and stuff. So, I mean, we know to expect a really good mechanical player. He had an air dribble that went like 3/4 of the pitch in complete control and just dropped it top corner. It was really impressive. So, really good player, and he's just fun to watch. And I think that stuff is going to really continue from them. They're going to be kind of electric to watch, and they're going to be a lot like the leftovers were last year, I think. So that's for the most part, I think, what we saw. The teams that were supposed to lose didn't always lose, with the exception of Aeriality, which they dropped both of their series against Method and Gale Force, which again are really strong teams.
Yeah, I didn't get too much of a chance to watch this weekend. Streams, obviously, there's a lot, but I did catch a few games. I did catch some of the Method games, which I really like it. I'm really liking them. Again, I think, like you said, they're going to continue to surprise some folks. Obviously, it was only week 1, but still interesting to see. And man, I wish I had some of their skills. Woo!
Yeah, a lot in Mets are just they're really consistent. They're really solid. Magnus is no slouch either, but to see Metsanaris and Magnus, or Metsanaris and a lot. Sorry, I complimented Magnus, and right after I bashed him. That was weird. But yeah, not bad. I got another Mount Carnovi topper, so I got some things.
I got a bunch of RLCS Octane decals. That's literally the only decal I can get, which some people would be like, well, why are you complaining? Definitely not complaining. Free stuff is free stuff. Can't get mad about that. I would like a different one, or some type of color would be good. Literally not the same decal 16 times would be great. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That was a beautiful pass.
Oh, that's. I really thought that was going in.
5.
Yeah, that's going to be something that's going to kind of be interesting because we've just had the same rewards for so long that we are going to have people getting the same rewards over and over.
Yeah, and again, free stuff, free stuff. Take what I can get. Not mad about it at all. Oh, man, I wanted that one. But speaking of rewards, speaking of new stuff, maybe we will start to see some of those goodies. Season 6 is drawing closer, is what I'll say. That's the words I'll use. That was a great dribble.
Yeah, no release date, but we did get some news from Corey and Dev and all the folks over there in the development team that season 6, pardon me, is coming, and they just said that it was this fall. They will not give us any more information, but they have said that the seasons want the seasons to last 3 or 4 months, and I believe 4 or 3 months exactly is July sorry, the last one was July 5th, and 3 months exactly, if I'm not mistaken, is October 5th. So I'm very much expecting an October release for the next update.
I would hope so.
So we'll kind of see how that goes, but I do too. I'm kind of ready for the season. I feel like the season has played itself out. I think we're good on the season now. Kind of, it's always going to take people a little while to settle, but I think we're kind of settled where we are. They did say that they're going to do another soft reset. So in between season 4 and 5, we didn't get any reset of any sort, and we're actually getting that this season, which is cool. The soft reset is cool if it's actually kind of soft. It didn't really seem like much of anything to me the last time. I felt like it was kind of too soft, but we'll see. I think they're dialing that stuff in, because the big thing is just to make sure that the seasons don't last forever, and to make sure that the seasons don't take forever to get to the point where they're getting people where they need to be, because it really feels like for a long time that you're sitting with people who are lower than they should be or higher than they should be, and they're waiting to settle, and it stinks to have like a whole season be ranks just trying to settle out.
Yeah.
So that's what they're going to try to avoid, which I really hope that they're able to do that, because it's not near as fun to let that stuff happen, because then you're sitting in games where you're smashing and then getting smashed in back-to-back games, because there's such a big disparity in level and disparity in skill in the same rank. So hopefully that will kind of settle itself out.
Yeah, so that's probably one of the best upcoming things about the next season. I can think of 3. The soft reset being 1. Oh gosh, I thought you were gonna hit that again. The soft reset being 1. Obviously, the clear goalpost is probably the coolest. One of the neater things that I think we're gonna see that'll be coming with whatever update. That was crazy. Whatever update that whenever we do end up getting it, so that's always awesome. I think that's going to be, honestly, that can be going to be a pretty big game changer if we let it, and I think some people are really going to adapt to that. And then obviously we do have Starbase Arc and Wasteland getting modified to be regular maps. So those 3 off the top of my head are probably the best of the things that we'll see. There's one thing, Season 5, that Sloth, I know you have some pretty strong feelings on. So why don't we talk about that? Maybe not such a good portion of the update.
Yeah, and the season rewards are always a big thing for folks, because they're neat. They're a cool way to show off. They're a tangible, physical thing that you can show off all the hard work you put in during that season. And this one was going to be big for me because it's the first time I hit champ, which is not a huge thing for a lot of people, but it's good for me because I'm just not that good. So I was pretty happy about pulling that off. And this season we got nameplates. We'll throw a link in the description to the nameplates themselves. They're strange. They're dragons. Why dragons in a car game? Great question. Thanks for asking. I don't know. I'm a little confused just by the kind of design on it. Very often when these season rewards come out, like say they were the boosts or they were the toppers or the wheels, if I got platinum, obviously I would get the things that were below platinum as well as the platinum reward itself. Well, this time around, I don't see the point of having like a gold nameplate when when I got anything over gold, because it's literally just a show off.
Yes.
That is all it is this time around. Which it's not always been that case. Sometimes the crown is really cool and it's to show off. Maybe, but maybe you don't like one that's that big, and maybe it's just a little too ostentatious. Sweet, great. Maybe I like blue instead of purple, and I wanted to use my rising star wheels instead of like a champ wheel. I get that. I understand that. I just don't see the reason to get any of the other rewards, because you're literally just showing off your rank. It's not for really any other purpose, I feel like, other than just to show that off. So I don't know. Not only does it look stupid, it seems like a kind of a stupid thing to put in for a season reward, and I don't understand it. I don't get it.
So I'll say this. I am also not the biggest fan of the design. I think that, like you said, the dragons, they don't make sense this game. But then again, there's also a lot of stuff that I guess doesn't. We get a lot of coppers, and we get a lot of other stuff that is zero relation to that. So, they came up with the design. That's what it is. I guess the dragons, I guess you could look at it as being maybe one of the easiest things that they could make look different and still look cool for everyone. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt there on that. But like you said, I agree with you that I don't think it makes sense that you would have, like, who cares? Now, granted, the other side of that is who really cares if you get, all of the other rewards for different stuff. A lot of times people are going to just want to use their highest one they get. So to a certain aspect, that's okay too. I don't know. I'm trying to find the positive in it, I guess. The only positive that I'm going to see is I do think it is a really interesting way to actually show off your rank or what you achieved. That was a terrible not hit by me. So I think that's cool because they're going to show up, like here, I think they're going to show up scored by instead of just being the name. And, whatever level you are, I think is going to be your nameplate now. If you've earned the rewards, you're going to get, people to see what rank you are. So I think that's cool in a previous season. I think that's a great addition. Because a lot of times, even when we're in games, I'm like, man, what wheels does that guy have? Does he have champ wheels? Does he have does he have rising star wheels? You can't really tell. Honestly, the boost trails that we get, I'm sorry that I had to score this, but like the boost trails that we got for the previous season, you can't see those either. So it's finally nice that we have something that we can show off a little bit. The other flip side of it too is that banners, they always try to do something neat with whatever the new customization item in the game is going to be. So you can fully expect that we're going to see a bunch of banners probably and customization for those as well. So that could be interesting, neat, definitely. But I agree with you. I think they could have given a better reward. I think wheels would have been a smart one. Again, that they could have given, there's just a lot of them. There's just a lot of them I think they could have done that would have made people happier, or just a better style on it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's my thing, is not to disparage any younger viewers, but it definitely seems like the middle school, like 12-year-old immature design is what they were going for, which I made no qualms about voicing my my opinion on the Draco wheels and stuff. And again, not to disparage anybody who likes them or anything like that, but it just seems very juvenile in the design. I mean, what is this weird card game? What are dragons doing? I don't understand that. And I think that's where a lot of my confusion comes from. Is it seems like a really arbitrary, strange thing. And you may be right. It's a thing where you can design very easily and just kind of have it be different. But maybe throw some animation in there. Maybe do something. Give us a little something more, because Corey did say that nameplates are coming not just with the season reward, but there are also going to be other customization options for them as well.
Right. I fully expect we'll see a black market decal version that is animated, that does something, that sparkles or twirls or has two flaming skulls on the end of it. Who knows? I do fully, I really do fully
It just,
expect with this next crate and this next update, I think they're going to kind of pull out all the stops. I think there wasn't a ton of positive feedback about the overdrive crate. The cars were cool, people like them, but those always burn out pretty quickly. Goal explosions were really neat, but besides that, I think people were relatively let down, especially with the wheels that we got this time around. So I think they're going to probably pull out all the stops for this next one to kind of reinvigorate that, and I can see there being a crazy amount of black markets and all that kind of stuff too.
yeah, as long as it stops feeling Call of Duty-esque, because that's what the nameplates feel to me.
Yes.
Is
Well,
it's very COD.
well, they're to a certain extent they are kind of running out of things to to let you customize. So, and that's always a big
Well,
part of it.
and I think Corey did mention that they heard the feedback about the underglow, like the neon, and I think they had said that their frame rate would struggle, and
Yep.
that's why they're not doing it yet.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean they are running out of things. But you know what? Go back and do toppers again. Go back and do boosts again. I honestly don't care if you're redoing that, because when's the last time you saw anybody with a season 1 reward wearing it,
Nobody.
or a season 2 boost using it? No one does.
I always thought one thing that I don't know that they've ever done, but a car finish or a car paint or just something that's just a grand champion all over it and it's bright purple, or it's obviously going to be two different colors, but something even as simple as that if you wanted to use that, if you are really skilled but don't want to put the time into trading or crates, you can have something to show off to say, hey, I'm actually good, or I've achieved this milestone in the game. I would never use mine because one, bubbly looks sick, and two, like gold rewards aren't really that good. So we'll leave that at that.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this discussion. Again, we're going to have a bunch of links down in the description below for you guys to take a look. So if you want to go check out the nameplates, check out all of the update stuff, and all of the Season 6 announcements, we'll have all that down in there. So thanks for hanging with us, me, Doc, and Sloth, for the Average Gamer guys, for just a little bit part of your day. We really do appreciate it. Appreciate the viewership. And if you feel like it, please subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff. We'd love to chat with you guys and in the community. So that'll wrap it up for us. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.